My name is Warren Citrin, and I am the CEO of Fractograf LLC. And Fractograf is my either fifth or sixth company, depending on how you count. When I got out of graduate school, I went to State University of New York at Stony Brook. I had the luckiest break of my life and got hired into the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory. And it was and is a tremendous opportunity for young engineers to see a lot of different things, and I wound up in radar, and in particular the early days of application of computer systems to radars. And one of the things that computers allows you to do that a human is not good at is they can take inputs from many radars and make a picture that's better, a multidimensional picture, if you will, that's better than any single radar will do. And so that grew in over an 18-year period of time into an opportunity for me to lead a very big effort for the Navy in creating the premier radar network called the Cooperative Engagement Capability. Well, fast forward 18 years later, and you're in the early to mid 90s, and everybody's starting businesses, and I decided, I wonder if I could start my own engineering firm in the radar world, and I had a few ideas. And so I got a couple of my cohorts to jump with me, and we started Solutions for Information Processing Systems, or SOLIPSYS. We got a little bit of space. First we used Regis type space, and then we got some traditional. And we did services for the Northrop Grummans and the Lockheeds and the Raytheons and Boeings and the people in that industry, because while we may not have had a lot of breadth in what we knew this niche of radar networking better than anyone else. And so that allowed us to get on proposal teams and write papers and solve problems for the big guys. But it occurred to me that if we were ever going to survive, we had to have a product. And so I rethought the way that we did the original radar network and came up with a very, very efficient method of doing the same job, but that was now 10, 15 years more modern in its approach. And that, to a certain extent, endangered the original system. In the military world, it takes years to get a system out. So before that system is even out, this new thing is all of a sudden sneaking up on it. And so we got a lot of interest from the large defense contractors, and most of them made offers for our company in the 2001-2002 timeframe. And the company with the most to lose by us being bought by someone else was Raytheon, the production agent for the original system. And so in 2003, they made us an offer we couldn't refuse, and we sold to Raytheon. Raytheon was actually a great acquirer. They were very smart in the way they did it, in the sense that they didn't break us up, they didn't change our name, they didn't change anything about the company, because that's how you get the most out of a small company like that. We were less than a couple of hundred people at that point. So they handled it very wisely, and to this very day, still do. But they put me on a leadership team, and there I had my first exposure to the big international industry, and that was not my thing. I'd been a lab rat for 18 years and a small business starter. I didn't really have the mindset of the big companies. So I was supposed to do it for 3 years. After 2 years, I asked the CEO, Bill Swanson, if he would let me out my third year, and he said, find a suitable replacement, we'll let you out. And I did. I got the head of combat systems for Lockheed Martin to take my job, and they let me out. And I decided, it's been 27 years, I need to go learn something else besides radar. And so I embarked on a few companies, one of which was a company I called Geolocalized Photos, or GLOTO, that we're seeing right now. GLOTO's been around now for 11 years, and after a few pivots, GLOTO became a company that does software services for primarily the sports and entertainment industry, helping them run advertising campaigns and little competitions and so on and so forth. So it has customers like the NBA, Sci-Fi Channel,